Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be really hard. And so my management, we were kind of looking around for some things, and had this sort of, would keep saying, "Oh, it's baby steps into, entertainment, not kids entertainment." So it's like, okay, maybe we do this. And in 2019, I did Dancing with the Stars earlier in the year, and we knew that Giggle and Hoot was finishing at the end of 2019. So we're like, "Oh, that's good." I was still kind of under the contract with the ABC though, and I couldn't quite be myself, what I'm sort of doing now. And then, I've always loved editing and, and the technology behind making content and stuff. And I learned so much being on TV for 10 years. Then I just had to do it myself. COVID came around and everything went to zero. So I had to do something myself. I was stuck at home with three kids, under five, I think at the time, and in Victoria. Yay. So yeah, I had to kind of do something. So I think that kind of catapulted a little bit. Honestly, I thought this is going to take a while. Do I do another kids show? I'm not sure. But yeah, I think just the power of putting your own stuff out there. But I do shows, and people will come there and go, who knows Giggle and Hoot? And yeah, a vast majority of people, I get put your hands up if you've never heard, don't know what that is. And there's heaps of people who just never knew I had that in the past. So I show some pictures and they're like, now what do you think? And they're like, what? You wore pajamas and spoke to an owl for a living? I'm like, I did that for a decade, man. And here you are, you didn't even know. So it's kind of an interesting, yeah, like I think the people who watched that and found that are like, oh, he's doing something new and different, and that's fun. But then there's a whole bunch of people, probably the majority of people who are following me now on socials or whatever, didn't even know that happened. So yeah, it was, and like you say, it was a giant rebrand kind of thing. But yeah, I think it kind of just happened gradually through that time, and then one thing led to another, and then all of a sudden, yeah, I'm making content online now, and then TV opportunities came from that, and yeah, it was quicker than we thought, though, definitely.